Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be about AirPods Pro and in particular AirPods clones. I've been playing about on a few shopping apps recently and I came across a listing where the AirPods Pro were listed with active noise cancellation for £40 essentially. It was just over 40 UK pounds. The actual AirPods Pro at the moment are retailing for I believe it's around £250 at the moment. So I thought I'll order a set, see how they are, see what we're getting with regards to clones at the moment. So to start with, what we'll do is we'll just take in both sets out. So one of these sets is obviously a genuine one and one's a replica or a clone if you like. So I'll take them out of the sleeves first. I've got the sleeves on there just to separate them, just so then I can identify which one's which. And if you are interested in these sleeves, they are actually very good in terms of giving grip as well as protecting the case just from general dust and stuff as well. I'll put a link for these down in the description below. So firstly, what we'll do is we'll take a look at what comes in each box. So just open that and drop that to the side. So on the one on the left, you're basically getting your normal kind of insert, so it would have come something like that. Let me just drop the brightness down a touch. Once you take that out, you get a few extra tips. You get a cable, which is a USB-C to Lightning, and that's about it. Worry about that later. And on the one on the right, what you get is similar sort of thing. So a little bit of paperwork. You get similar sort of cable, so you do get a USB-C to Lightning, and then you also get some tips. Now what I'll do is I'll just leave the tips of both of them out, and I'll get rid of everything else because we won't be needing those in this video. Right, so this is what we're left with. So essentially it's the AirPods, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep them separated left and right, because I have actually mixed these up in the past when I was doing a little comparison. So essentially, if we look at the cases left and right, so in terms of writing, obviously you've got a tiny little bit of text on the left one in the sort of cup of the ear, as well as some in the right one as well, the right case that is. Text is slightly different as well as the markings are slightly different. Both of them seem to have a light come on. So in terms of the hinge, similar. I'd say the one on the left is less shimmery, and just the alignment of the joins is slightly better. The text itself looks similar, however there is a little bit of difference in terms of what's actually written on them, obviously. So the one on the left says designed by Apple in California, assembled in Vietnam, and the one on the right is designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. So we'll drop those down and we'll take a look at the earbuds themselves. In fact, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the same earbud, just so we've got a better comparison. So firstly the bottom, and they're both closed. On the inner ear section, we have a tiny little sensor. The text on the right hand one is a bit more pronounced, and then obviously the main sensor on top as well. And then looking inside, so has anybody been able to guess which one is which so far? Right, if you haven't been able to guess, I'll let you know. So the ones on the left, the blue AirPods, AirPod Pros, are actually genuine ones, and the ones on the right are the fakes. But the one on the right is, the case itself is definitely heavier. In terms of the AirPods on the left seem a bit heavier. So the case is lighter on the left with the AirPods slightly heavier. On the right hand side with the clones, your case is heavier with the AirPods themselves being slightly lighter. So let's test how they react in terms of interactions with the case and everything. So first thing we'll do is we'll just pop everything back in both AirPods. And what we have here is an iPhone 6s Plus running iOS 14 beta. So when you pop it open, you get a prompt come up straight away. And on the left with the genuine ones, and these ones obviously because it's the same account, they're already synced, and it does actually bring up both your battery life there as well as in your widgets as well. What's the main differences between the two? And in fact, what I'll do is I'll just go through the pairing process. So you open the case, you hit connect. The difference with this one is you have to hold the button on the back, just there. It then says connecting. And we can skip all of this. Right, so what's the main difference? So the main difference that I actually found was these ones were actually advertised with active noise cancellation. And if you come into here, they do actually have different toggles. Unlike some where basically this is just disabled. However, basically what it does is it literally just boosts the volume. So your off and noise cancellation, the difference between those two is it literally just boosts the volume. Your transparency mode does nothing on the AirPod clones. The other thing is these were advertised as being Bluetooth 5.0, which means in theory they should work on Apple TV and things like that where you can share audio. Unfortunately, these ones I've never been able to actually get them to work using shared audio. You might have actually seen that in one of the videos where I did for tvOS 14, where I was attempting to actually demonstrate how you do it. And the problem was I was using this particular pair initially, and to me, I don't think these are actually Bluetooth 5.0. I think these are still Bluetooth 4. Whatever iteration it may be, but it does not allow you to do shared audio. The noise cancellation part doesn't work. Obviously, because they do have the rubber tips, you do get a little bit of isolation when it comes to noise. However, it's not enough to justify the difference between these ones and possibly a cheaper version of the normal ones. I mean, it's slightly better than the first gen clones, if you like, and just the interaction with the phone and everything, the way it comes up, it gives you accurate battery stats on here. That seems to have improved quite a bit since the very early clones. But obviously if somebody's just looking for a cheap pair of earphones, then yeah, fair enough. But I have had issues with syncing between the two earpods. So basically I've had it where the left one has randomly just stopped working for a day, and then it's come back and started working again once you've given both of them a full charge. The other thing is, do not get these mixed up with any of the set. I accidentally mixed these up and put them in another it was actually in my daughter's AirPod Pro's case, and it basically became very hot. Luckily I caught it just in time. Now it does have wireless charging, so you can actually wireless charge even the clones, so from that point of view it's very good. Now the main difference comes about also when you come to the tips. So as you can see from this, these tips are basically magnetic, so they stick into the case because of the magnets that are actually built into them. Whereas the clones, as you'll see, not only are they not magnetic because they've literally just fallen everywhere, but they're also all the same size. So taking a closer look at one of these, as you can see, it literally just relies on a clip sort of system. It's not got no magnets part to the actual AirPods. Whereas if you take a look at the genuine ones, I mean they're close, they're very close, but obviously the fact that these ones you can see that they don't just drop off. Once you actually put it against the case, it'll actually just automatically pop into that kind of slot, and it just clips in. Hence why they're packaged in this particular way, where you can just do that and basically you've got a little case for them. Whereas with these ones, as soon as I opened the packaging, I was like, yeah, what's going on there? Because they literally all just fall out. Right, so in conclusion, are these worth the money? So as I said, the original ones are retailing for around about £250 in the UK. These ones were delivered for around about £40, and these particular skin casings that I've actually put on top of them, these were actually purchased off Amazon for around £2 each, which is the cheapest I've actually found them, considering you're getting literally next day delivery. So personally, I would recommend these for anybody that's literally just looking for a set of earpods or headphones or something like that, just to be able to use them wirelessly and be able to access them for phone calls, things like that. The audio side of things with the microphones isn't great, but it does work. For phone calls, we have tested them, and you can hear the other person. The transparency mode and the noise cancellation, you do not get any active noise cancellation no matter what it says on the adverts. So no matter what you tend to find with regards to the adverts, don't be reliant on the fact that they're posting that it's active noise cancellation. You won't find one with active noise cancellation for that kind of price point. But obviously, to save on the 250 quid that the actual AirPods cost, it's a fair bit of saving, and you could probably kit this out for all your kids for the price of one set of AirPod Pros.